Switch Pro. I seen from an article. I don't know if you guys have the script open, but I seen an article. Since the new Xbox and Sony games came out, like the PS5 and the Series X came out, Nintendo's thinking about making a Switch Pro to compete against them. Would you guys be interested in upgrading to a Pro version if it ever does come out? Since I know you guys own a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Personally, I just got my Animal Crossing Switch, and I don't think I would be the kind of person that would buy a Pro console just to have the 4K, unless the games that are coming out for it are like insanely good that I need to have it. But other than that, I think I'm very happy where I'm at with my Switch. But if the games are good and they're amazing, and they're like something I need to have, then I might switch. But other than that, I'm keeping the one I have.
Bubba Dom, what's your opinion about that?
I had my Switch since launch, so I'll probably upgrade, not for like the 4K, but if the games do run better on the new Switch Pro or whatever, I'll probably most likely get it, if anything, just for like content purposes and whatnot.
Yeah, I will probably buy it as well. If they do improve the performance in games, I'll probably end up buying it and keep it as a station to play it at home constantly, and have my other Switch on handheld mode only. So that way I don't like that 4K console that you can take on the go. That sounds nice, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it at home so I don't, lose that expensive console. But yeah, I'll probably end up buying it if it does have improvements on other games and everything else. And 4K is cool.
Well, personally for me, I just barely got my Switch about 2 years ago. So it depends on the performance aspects of it, because for me to shell out that much money again doesn't seem worth it to me unless it really has a good thing. Because to me, that kind of concept kind of reminds me of them taking a book out of Sony's with the PlayStation 4, because they had the Slims and the Pros too.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not worth it. So I probably wouldn't unless it really has different performance specs that, then I would.
If I could say something, so Angel, if you were to get the Pro, would you actually leave the 4K at home and then take the other Switch that's not 4K?
Yes.
You
So
would
pretty much
actually take that with you? Yeah,
because I have two Switches. I'd rather leave the 4K one at home because it's more expensive, and I would really feel really bad if I end up losing it. So also my other Switch is it's old. I had it since launch, so if I lost it, okay, it wouldn't matter that much. I still have the other Switch at home. But yeah, that's as well. If it performs better, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a lot of what consumers might do. I mean, even I would do that if I were to get the Pro. That's a very smart thing. Keep the 4K docked to your TV, and then use the other one for on the go.
Kind of like a Switch Lite, kind of.
Mm-hmm. I guess your Switch becomes a Switch Lite.
Yeah.
I mean, that is very smart.
Yeah. Also, as well, all of your with the online membership, all of your saved data can be transferred to the Switch. I gotta go to work. Let me take my other Switch with me. Bam, you're good to go.
Yeah, and that's actually pretty cool. Good things to consider there, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point there.
In 2021, if you were to pick a console to buy, either a PS5, Series X, or a Switch Pro, if you had the money, what would you guys pick?
Ooh, I would definitely do a PlayStation 5. I would definitely do that.
I would get a PS5
as well. Yeah, PS5.
I already got a Switch anyway. Yeah, or might as well say PS5.
Yeah, if we didn't have the Switch at all, if none of us had a Switch and we had to decide between all of them, I think I would actually go for the PS5. And that's me being a Nintendo, fanatic. And I just know that there's going to be more games on the PS5. Obviously, Nintendo games are fantastic. But after a certain while, Mario kind of gets a little boring. Okay, my boy gets boring, and that sucks. I love him. Don't get me wrong. He's my favorite character. That's why I named my rats after one of them. But, at the same time, it's Spyro, you got also Miles Morales. You got the Demon Souls game. That looks so cool. You got a lot of cool stuff on the PS5.
Yep.
And it's not just the games, like the experience, the console itself, like everything about it, like the dashboard on there is so much more beautiful, so much perfected than the Switch. The Switch is just like your games are on your screen. You can pick them. You can't even customize the screen. It's just, it's really like
You're locked in.
it's locked in, and I think it's like
I would say they're like the Apple like 5 years ago, and then like Samsung's right now.
I feel like the
PlayStation.
screen's unimaginative too, and that's weird because all the games are so like beautiful and like they tell such great stories, but the screen, like you just open it up, you're like, okay, I mean, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they need to take a page out of from the 3DS and add more themes. Like, I don't mind paying for themes. Like, that's dope. Like, yeah, I'm like, oh, cool. I'll add this to my collection.
Yeah, like $5, you get like a nice like Zelda background. Like it has all your games, and,
Bam.
like all that stuff.
More money to
Icons.
you, Nintendo. Let's go.
No, let me cut in real quick.
Yeah, you can
Because
jump in.
while I do agree with that, my only problem with that is that there are weirdos that want freaking screens like that
So no.
and think they're gonna freaking stare at their freaking home menu for more than 5 seconds. When I go on my Switch, I turn the Switch on, I look at the game, I click play. It takes no less than 5 seconds. Now I see what y'all getting at, where y'all want themes and stuff. Like I don't mind that as long as it doesn't slow down the OS or anything like that. Like you can have a picture, probably some music in the background or anything like that. But if anything like animated or anything like that, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
But let me tell you this. When you go on the PlayStation screen, don't you think it's so pretty? Like, don't you think like the backgrounds are
beautiful as shit? That's why I have that Final Fantasy 7 thing.
Final
of Tifa
Fantasy
just sitting in
7,
the
the last
background.
and
of
it
Us
plays the
theme.
music.
It's
It like
pretty
brings
big.
you in.
It's like I love that shit.
You get
But
immersed
that's
into it.
It's like PS5. I'm not sitting on there for more than 5 seconds. I'm gonna go on the PlayStation 5 and I'm gonna choose my game and I'm gonna play that goddamn game.
Yeah.